Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Elizabeth Montgomery and I am here with another video. So today's video is all about ghosting. And I don't know if you've ever heard of ghosting or maybe have been ghosted in the past, but today we're going to talk about it. Now, disclaimer, I am no relationship expert. I'm just a regular girl who's been ghosted few too many times. So I'm bringing you guys some of my advice, things that I learned from being ghosted. Check it out. Okay, so if you don't know what ghosting is, how do I describe it? Terrible, awful. Ghosting is pretty much just when somebody you've been dating, you might have been talking for a little while, everything's going good, and then like all of a sudden they just disappear. Okay, so I've done everything you're not supposed to do after you've been ghosted. So listen to these tips and do what I should have done. First tip, do nothing. After you've been ghosted, it's easy to just get into your emotions and then your anxiety might kick up like, oh my gosh, what is this person doing? Why haven't I heard from them? Just relax, do nothing. Take a step back. Enjoy your life, do something, go out to dinner, go out to eat something, hang out with some friends and just relax. Tip 2, don't panic. It's easy to get all into your phone and text them, hey, why haven't I heard from you? Are you okay? Like, where you been? Especially if you've been dating and you've been talking every day for like the past couple of weeks and then you just don't hear from them anymore. But those texts can be a lot. You don't want to text too much. If you text and you don't hear back for a couple of days, just hang tight. First step, don't panic, do nothing. Personally, I hate being ignored and it drives me crazy if I don't hear a response. So ghosting is terrible to me. But if you haven't heard from that person in maybe a couple hours, that's fine. Couple hours, couple days, that's kind of a red flag, like what's going on. A week or so, okay, you've probably been ghosted, so just bow out gracefully and keep your text to a minimum. Step number 3, don't give them what they want. A few of my ghosters, I don't know about you, but a couple of mine have been what you would call narcissists. Narcissists love to be wanted and to have the power. So I'm not saying your ghoster is a narcissist, but it's a really big way for a narcissist to just detach. Like when they're done with you, they leave. And when they do that leaving, it gives them a rush. When you are the ghosted, you want to know what's happening, what's wrong. But the narcissist, they want all of that. So don't give the narcissist what they want. If your ghoster is a narcissist, don't blow up their phone. That might be what they're looking for. If they are really narcissistic in their, actions, it might backfire on you to push them a lot. So if you back away, realize that this is what's happening and just let it be. If your ghoster doesn't fit the narcissist criteria, they may have something going on in their life and they just got so busy with it that they haven't been able to talk to you for a while. Or they could be dealing with something of their own and you were just, something they couldn't deal with at the time. I don't know if you've seen the show Insecure. Shout out to Issa Rae. Spoiler alert, there is a ghoster in season 3 of Insecure. Once Issa gets ghosted, she doesn't blow up his phone. She does go a little crazy in her own way, which that first rule, don't panic, fall back. She goes over to his house and searches through his things to see where he is. She stalked his Instagram. That's normal. See if he's still alive. But she didn't hear from him. She didn't blow up his phone. She didn't text him a million times like, where are you? Why haven't you talked to me? And she really handled it really good. And at the end, I'm not going to tell you that. It's easy to get overwhelmed when you've been ghosted, especially if you've been talking to the person for a while and you develop feelings for them and now they're just gone. Like, what happened? You wanted an explanation, but it was a happy ending for her. Tip number 4, don't block them on social media. Don't block them on social media. I say this because when you're going through all that panic of like, where are they? Why haven't I heard from them? Like, we were having such a great time. Like, we were going out on dates. He made me laugh. Like, I made him laugh. It was just so much fun. And then all of a sudden they're poof, be gone. It's hard. So in that anxiety moment, I would not block them on social media. If y'all are friends on Facebook, unfollow, easy. If you block them, you can't see anything. Which I may be a relationship expert, so like block them, get them out of your life, like be done, move on. But for me, blocking him just made it worse for me. I still didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if he was alive. He wasn't posting on social media. So if you keep them kind of on your friends list, you can see if they're alive or if they've, had something going on in their life. Maybe they had a family member pass away or something horrible happened. And if you block them and get all in your feelings and mad, you won't know what happened. Tip number 5. This is my last tip for you. Move on with your life. Get your power back. Get your wits about yourself and move on with your life. If you've been ghosted after maybe like one date, I feel like that might be just a part of dating. You go on one date and you may have talked a lot before the date, or the date went really good and you didn't hear from them after the date. They just ghosted. You didn't really have a chance to develop those feelings or those emotions like that. So sometimes ghosting is not terrible. It's a bad way of handling a situation. You could just communicate with the person that, hey, it's not going to work for me. But sometimes that could be a little intimidating. So they might just disappear. But if you've been dating someone for a few months or like weeks and you guys are going out all the time and seeing each other all the time and then they just kind of disappear, it takes a lot out of you. And it took a lot out of me when it happened to me. And I was just like, took it out on myself a lot. Like, what did I do? Like, did I text him too much? Did I call him too much? Was I in his face too much? What did I do wrong? Like, is it me? But sometimes you have to step out of the situation and look at it from a bird's eye view. It's kind of on them, the ghoster. It's not on you. You did everything you're supposed to do. You were nice, you were kind, you were understanding, and they just disappeared. So that's pretty much on them. But you focus on yourself and realize that there's nothing wrong with you. You're a perfectly fine human being and you just got ghosted. To just recover from that, you grab your power back. I'm not going to text that person anymore. I'm not going to stalk their social media page anymore. Eventually down the road, if you see them posting and, they're living their life, moving on, then I'm going to just block them then because they didn't give me closure, which, we want closure, but we always don't get closure. You don't always have to have closure. Some people don't give you that, so you just have to find a way within yourself to move on, to just live your best life. Ghosted, it happens to the best of us, whatever. You might feel like it's out of your control, but you have power over yourself, so you grab that power back and you do what you need to do to heal for yourself and find what makes you happy and do that. Later on down the road, who knows, they might come back, they might not, you never know. But as long as you feel happy within yourself and know that you are not the problem, you'll be fine. And I dare somebody to ghost you after watching this video. If these tips helped you, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment of what happened when you were ghosted. What was the end result? How did it turn out? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys. Until next time.